9 Everyday British Conversation Questions. Today we are going to look at some common questions that British people use every day in regular conversations. These are questions from or for people that we know quite well. Stay tuned for my personal favourites at the end of the video. Let's kick off with an essential one. How are you doing? When you telephone or meet up with a friend or someone you know, we use this question in the way we would use how are you or how's it going. How are you doing, mate? Not bad, mate. How's it going? How's tricks? This question is a bit more colloquial, but it basically means how are things going, the same thing as the previous one, and it acts as an informal greeting. It would be more correct to say how are tricks in the plural form, but we sometimes use this in informal English. Alright Bob, how's tricks? Can't complain Ed, great to see you. Are you about this weekend? We ask someone if they are about at a certain time or on a certain day when we want to know if they are in town and free so we can arrange to meet them. Are you about this evening? Yeah, I am. Let's meet up. How are you getting on with? This question is more specific. We ask someone how they are getting on with anything, like a job, a relationship, or a course they are taking, when we want to know how it is going. How are you getting on with your new job? It's going pretty well, but I'm a bit snowed under right now. Any news on? When we want to know if someone has received more information about something they are attempting to do, we use this question, and it's more common to omit the first part in more informal English. Any news on the job offer? Nope, I haven't heard anything for some time. Want a lift somewhere? When we want to offer to drive someone to the destination they are heading to, we say, do you want a lift? But we can also omit the do you part of the question here as well. Want a lift to the station? Yeah, that would be amazing, thanks mate. How do you like your tea? Here is another question for a very specific situation. When we are making someone a cup of tea or coffee, we want to know if they like it with milk and sugar, so we ask them this. How do you like your tea, Tony? Milk and 2 sugars, please, Jim. Want to go for a drink? This is a really common proposal from a friend or someone you know well. A drink will usually mean a drink in a pub, and instead of being way too polite and formal and saying, do you want to go for a drink? In informal English, we would shorten the question and change want to wanna. Don't use this type of contraction in an English exam though. Wanna go for a drink? Yeah, sounds great. And now here's my personal favourite. Fancy a curry? This is another shortened question without do you, and here we want to propose the idea of going to an Indian restaurant to enjoy a typical meal and some beers to accompany it. Fancy a curry on Thursday? I'm up for that, let's do it. Make sure you check out my video on must-know everyday English words. If you want to learn British English with me, hit the subscribe button to join the community and put some icing on your English.